All right, are you rolling, sir? Nice, nice. All right, well, August has a different perspective. So, August, give it to us in a nutshell, and we'll toss that around and get back to, also, because the main focus of the effect is it having on us. And so, but you have a unique perspective about natural Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we in order to have something produced man-made or controlled, it had to come from somewhere. A lot of people aren't aware, and they say, well, this is killing us, and this is killing us, but they're really not aware natural causes of things that take place. Atmospheric electricity is great day in the winter seasons in places than it is in summer. And it's just a natural reverberation that happens on the Earth's atmosphere, and our atmosphere on the Earth generates this static electricity. And it's all free electricity. And so that may be a solution too, in harness and use that, and then we won't have to worry about these high output causing damage. And by many of the fathers of the electrical current society, Nikola Tesla being one of my favorites, because I follow Tesla's work, and a lot of people aren't aware of that, and that is something you may want to look at, because some people say, well, we're getting bombarded with this, and I go, yeah, but this naturally occurs, so where do you draw the line? I think natural atmospheric electricity is a lot stronger and more influential, because it's more than if you lived out in the country and you weren't near the city, where Wi-Fi signals are stronger, because most cities now are broadcasting. You can go from New York to California and have uninterrupted internet on your wireless laptop, okay? And you don't have to pay for it. It's from signal to signal. So, more cities, generalized cities, are installing this so that anybody in the city, if you're in the city anywhere you are, you can pick up and get a free internet signal. You don't have that. And that's an intensified thing. So if you have to add to it, substantially, but take in the fact and say, well, this may be the one cause and effect of this, that, or the other thing. It's hard to nail down, and that, the church groups are into things. And this we know causes this to an extent, but they really can't do that and say, well, if you use a cell phone 5 hours a day, every day for a year, and see, each individual is going to be different because of our DNA structure and our composition and our resilience to different things, and what we take in and eat, because in the earth and the food you eat, the minerals, they are conductors, and that goes into your body and puts it into your tissues and with the blood and the water and all that other stuff. The science of the body, human science of the body, makes us a little electrostatic.
August, rekey your mic for a second, please.
How's that better?
Yeah, when you're talking at length, you need to rekey your mic occasionally. It helps ECAF with the recording.
Okay.
It also helps me listen to hear what you're saying, because you drop off when you keep the button on.
Okay, the signal is dropping. Okay. Let me make an adjustment here real quick.
I'm going to have to actually totally agree with August. I mean, certain things that Tesla came up with at the turn of the 1900s, 20th century, when he came up with the Tesla coils and stuff, I mean, he was able to produce an electric field that literally shut down a whole state's electrical system within minutes. He is the pioneer of AC technology. He built our light bulbs. Thomas Edison did not. He built our refrigerators. Westinghouse already has admitted that. Tesla was a revolutionary that even brought a modern computer to somebody back in the old days. Our Philadelphia experiment was run by a person like that kind of mind. He has brought us so many different technologies, but he also stated that we could live inside of free energy, and airwaves cost nothing. For me to transmit to you costs me my computer, maybe my mouse, costs the company I pay $5,000 a year to transmit my signal for free across airwaves. What does that do to me? Not a whole hell of a lot. It's not a mind meld or anything else like that. I'm not dealing with very low frequency waves or ELFs or VLFs or anything else like that. We're not getting into mind control, but communication control and being able to provide power for ourselves is right evident today, and we can do this. It's a known fact. We need to be expressing tell us to move our hand up to here and say hello, and that's an electrical impulse. And this is what makes this world. And I think I really have too much more to say on this. I don't think that the idea of having a turn is at 2.5 gigahertz nowadays, compared to the 386s I used to be scared of, because that would have been manipulating my mind 90s, and nowadays it's a totally different field of electricity that we're dealing with. And it's more getting us closer to creational reality, as far as I'm concerned. And I may be jumping off the bandwagon here a little bit, but that's kind of my 2 bits on the situation. So at least my mic works after all that hoopla. So technology does work good.
Well, technology is really important to us. I mean, we've gotten really used to it. It's not electricity that we're talking about that was damaging. It's the radiation, the doses of the radiation that we're getting. And I'm kind of wondering if how much Tesla gave thought into how these waves pass through us, and would there be physical effects? Did he think about that? Did he research that? Was there any documentation of him making any comments about the possibility?
Nikola Tesla was pretty. Oh, go ahead.
Thanks. Just briefly, I'm thinking about what came to mind when both of you were talking, August and Adamite, that we're very pro technology, and we all are. But you came at it from a different angle of Wi-Fi being harmful. We've seen an exponential rate of increase in kids with autism, and to the point now where more kids are being diagnosed with autism than childhood cancer. And so it's had us take a look in the mirror and say, what are we doing? Why is this changing? Why are all these, particularly young boys, being affected? And what is it? And what is it? And what is doing it? It looks like it may not be environmental, but it may. And so we're talking about Wi-Fi, which is radio transmissions and frequencies. Are we receiving excessive frequency? When they wanted to drive General Noriega out in Panama, they blared heavy metal at his headquarters for 24 hours a day to get him out, and they responded. So how are we responding to the frequency blast, the radio frequency blast, the inaudible frequency blast that we are getting? Why are communities that are becoming entire hotspots throughout cities, why are people all coming down in concert with the same symptoms? That's the question. No one's being anti-Tesla or anti-electricity. We're talking about radio signals being broadcast.
And that's one avenue, because they've traced power lines, high tension power lines, high voltage power lines, to giving kids cancer. And if they would follow the natural law of electricity, like Tesla, like Franklin and Hertz and stuff, maybe it would be a safer monster, you know. But like developing it in and trying to use the Wi-Fi thing, they've wound up creating something that's a lot more deadlier. So maybe they need to return to the basic rules of electricity, and they can make a much safer device that's less
something
radiant.
that a lot of people don't think about. Give me 60 seconds. I'll get to the point of how this affects you. Microwaves work by using the resonant frequency of water. That just so happens to be about approximately 2.4 wireless networking that goes on is at the 2.4 gigahertz frequency.